Hello, LinkedIn. My name is Morgan Murray. I'm the founder of Clean Circle. Tonight we have another session of our Unfiltered series, and we have one of our recovery coaches, ML. So, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello guys, how you guys doing? My name is Midovin Longis, but I go by ML, my initials. I'm a recent college graduate, so I'm excited about that. Excited to get my feet wet and into the real world.
Yeah, congratulations. Now you got to work for the rest of your life. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm excited to have you on here. I'm excited to have you, on the company as well. So we have six questions that kind of go into why you chose to be a recovery coach, why you chose Clean Circle, kind of what you want to do with it and things like that. So the first question would be, what inspired you to become a recovery coach, or therapist?
The reason why, why it inspired me to become a recovery coach was simply because of the fact that, like I stated, being a recent, college graduate, I was majoring into public health, so I understand the harm that happens when addiction, like what harms that occurs in the healthcare side or in the health side with addiction. Um, so it's like, I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to help people, and I don't want to, make you. I don't want you to think like I just go to random people or see people who have addiction, be like, let me help you. No, it's like somebody that actually open their mouth and say, hey, I actually need the help. So, I try to help them and stuff like that, and I also, do advocacy work on that certain work and spreading the issues and the cause of the problem that could happen, not just short term or long term, but it's like how can they help, how what affects prolong throughout your whole life,
Sure.
and how it could like hurt you later down the line,
Yeah.
both here and actually with like the law as well.
Sure. Yeah, and that's a good point. The law can be very hardcore, especially on addictions and things like that. And I loved how you brought up, if somebody essentially opens their mouth and they want help. So I like that. Um, Second question. So this is an interesting question. So how do you take care of your own mental health while supporting others?
I mean, again, yeah, I mean, I can't really talk about school because that's the only experience I've had in school. But in college, we mental health was something big that we talked about. Especially when it came to final exam. So hitting that last stretch mark of my last semester recently, spring semester, where everything's just pretty much dumping me. Like I would have like two exams, three exams in one day, back to back to back, no breaks, or every day would be like an exam in the morning. So it was just like, oh my goodness, it was a lot of work. And it was just like, how do I just keep my sanity? And that's something that I learned. I learned how to really cope with stuff. I learned how to just not deal with it. Like you don't gotta deal with certain things. It's okay to be like, okay, cool, I need help. It's okay to actually, recharge your battery. And the ways that I've recharged my battery is I learned that I'm somebody who likes to be around people. And that's when I recharge my battery, being around my friends, just forgetting about my problems that time. And then that's when I come back to the issue again, that's where I feel like, okay, cool, I'm better at attacking it. I'm more mentally and physically strong to handle the situation. So and then I just like to be with nature. Like just I like to do my hobbies. I'm an anime guy. I love watching anime, so that's something that I always love doing. So whenever exams day got me stressed, I was like, you know what? I'll see you later, books, and I'll just be watching my anime for a little bit, and then yeah, just do what I need to do.
I love that. Yeah, it's so important to decompress and just get away. So I agree with that 100%. Next question. So why'd you join Clean Circle, and what type of impact would you like to have on this platform?
I mean, the title, just from the organization name, Clean Circle, is just like I don't know what comes to somebody's mind when you hear Clean Circle. When you hear Clean Circle, it's like it's
Yeah,
not filthy. That
yeah,
might be the wrong choice of word to use, but it's like in a circle, right? It's just like it comes around again. It's like to me, it's just like what a better place to get the support that you need. Like you admit that you have a problem, and it's like somebody that either understands you or having that deal or empathy. That's something that we really I feel like that's something that we really need to see in the world, but that's a whole different conversation. But it's just like having that, just like this organization. I believe in the mission of what you guys doing, of really trying to help people. It's like you guys really see the issue that it caused, and you see, like, especially when I was younger and in school, I would see, like, people who are addicts and stuff like that, and they don't even know where to go to get help. And then certain things like Clean Circle, boom, as long as you have a device and a Wi-Fi, boom, you could get the help that you need. You don't need to be there in person. So that's something that I really love. Is like, especially in a world where technology is like the main important thing. So that's what I really love about Clean Circle. And then the impact that I wish you have is just like, my mindset is that I don't care if somebody remembers me, but as long as they remember what, like, I have done for them. Like, I don't even care if they remember what I've done for them. It's just like I just hope that somebody remembers that somebody have helped me get through this journey. And that's what I believe. I believe people are put in your life throughout, like, different stages of your life to actually prepare you for it. And it's just like you just seek out the help that you need.
Yeah, I think that's great. And it's always nice to look back on and be like, okay, this person helped me this, so I'm gonna help this person. And it kind of just goes around and around, kind of like a circle, kind of like you're saying. And I remember the other day I was wearing a hoodie that said Clean Circle, and one of the guys, I found out he was in recovery. But yeah, he just asked, "What's Clean Circle?" So it was cool. People are asking questions. So next question. So, what if somebody was watching this right now live on LinkedIn and they're kind of scared to reach out. They're like, "Yeah, I know I have a problem, but I don't want to deal with it."
Something that I've learned recently in college, not only about myself but about others, is um, it's this three little words that it's really terrifying to others, is that I need help. So admitting that I need help is something that's I learned is quite difficult for people to say, and then to act upon it is also even hard, especially if you don't have that, either one, you don't have that like circle to like push you forward to get the help that you need. So I learned how much influence outside of yourself to actually propel you to actually seek the help that you need. So for I can sit here and tell you, if you have a problem, just like, yes, go out and seek help. Yes, go out, but you could start small. You could be like, you don't gotta see the person's face to face. You don't want If you don't want the person to hear your voice, you don't got to. It just start by, like, texting as well. It's just like, hey, I need a little help. I need this issue, whatever. Find somebody trustworthy. And stuff like it's just like it's great if you're getting bullied, who are your trusted, like, adults that you could reach out to. So now is that aspect too. Like, I know I have an issue. Who am I trusting that I can, one, keep this information? And I feel like that's the best thing about Clean Circle too. It's like we're strangers, right? We're not gonna speak. Or I hope nobody does it, regardless if they know you, don't know you. But like, we're not gonna spill your issues. Like, yeah, John over here, man, this dude is crazy. No, we're not doing that. But it's just like, it's just like have that safe mind, that safety of just like, yeah, somebody's actually here trying to listen. Somebody here actually understand, and somebody really try to make me be better, because that's what I want to be at the end of the day. Is just be better.
Yeah, and collectively, I mean, there's so many people in the group that there's somebody that somebody's going to vibe with. There's so many different personalities, there's so many different ages, so many different backgrounds. So no matter what, even if it's not the first person you talk to, eventually you'll find somebody. So yeah, no, that's a good point. So the fifth question is, what makes your approach or coaching style unique? So what makes you a little bit different?
What makes me a little different is the fact that, like, I'm very talkative. If you can figure it out, but I'm really talkative. And something that I'm training myself to do is actually being more silent and actually listening. And then there's a difference between actually listening and actually hearing. So when you listen, you just whatever. But when you're hearing, it's like you understand and you're observing the what the person is saying. And that's something that I feel like I have. I have the skill of hearing you, but the issue I have is listening because I talk too much. But so, like, I like to hear people, and especially when it comes to, like, a touchy subject or about like growth. When it comes to like growth and stuff like that, especially when I was in college, whatever I was learning about my degree or one of my classes, I just love teaching or educating people. And then I find myself with like my friends. I don't come to you as like a coach. I don't come to you like I'm better or higher status than you or whatever, something like that. I feel like that's one issue people don't really seek out help. It's just like I meet you or I meet you. I'm just a normal person, and I talk to people like you're my friend because we are friends. At the end of the day, we just haven't met each other yet, or I haven't introduced myself. But yeah, I like to just like talk to people like a friend and just like, bro, like you don't have an issue because at the end of the day, everybody has issues. We all have our addiction, right? Whether drinking, smoking, my addiction, like I said, watching anime, like nobody's gonna stop me from watching that. My addiction is like I love to be outside. It's bad to be outside a lot because it's like you got to get home eventually. You could what you call, especially in the summer, you could like collapse or whatever. But yeah, it's just like certain things like that. It's what I'm really is my approach. It's just connecting. I'm more of a connector. I like to connect with people. I like to understand people. I like to understand who is this person, not only physically, but who are you mentally and spiritually and emotionally as well.
Sure. And I think, yeah, those, going outside, things like that, those are definitely benefits. So this last question, I'm kind of change it up a little bit. If you guys are watching this on LinkedIn or if you're watching it on Facebook and you think to yourself, okay, I'm connecting with ML, I want to work with them. Basically all you have to do is download the application on the 7th. It's going to be on your iPhone, it's going to be on your Android and you just type in his name. If you just type in ML, he's going to pop up, and you guys can book a meeting. It's really that simple. But this last one, I think you have something that we haven't talked to a lot of coaches or therapists have. You're very close in the I would say generation that's graduating college right now. And I wish when I was facing my addictions back then, I had somebody to talk to. So I'll leave this last couple minutes or so for you to kind of explain what would you like to tell those people that might be around your same age that just don't want to reach out because they're so young and they don't think they have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a disease I believe in my generation is that we're prideful and we just like to not, and then it's not also just being prideful too. It's just like I understand, like especially in the past of being hurt when you seek out help, especially somebody you feel like you can trust. You know what I mean? That could be a friend, that could be a family, and they turn around and backstab you because it's like one thing that I've experienced too. It's like whenever I have issues and I will come to somebody, next thing you know, a few days or even a few moments later, I hear that same thing that I told that one person is being thrown back at me to attack me. And whether that be by that same person that I told or be somebody different. And I feel like the issue is building trust. That's another thing with my age group is that trust is something that's very important. Trust is something that is is hard to gain, but easy to lose. So it's like, having that trust because once I have that trust, me personally, if I have somebody's trust, I try to do everything in my power to keep that trust. And if I break that trust, it's like, dang, I know I messed up, and it's gonna be so hard to regain it because once you messed up once, it's gonna be hard to do it again. So it's like I understand, like people may try again and again. Yes, this organization or yes, these people say they're gonna help me, but at the end of the day, it's just mental, right? And I get it. It's easier said than done. And like you said, connecting somebody with your age group, maybe people have different views of connecting. Might be connecting with me because one, they might want to connect with me because I'm close to their age, and they might feel like I understand a little bit more. And there's others that might be like, he's the same age. How much does he know? And that's something that I like people to understand. It's like you don't know people's story. You don't know what people go through, right? And you don't know what people have seen. So to simply judge because of my age, it's good or bad. It doesn't matter. Just how you look at it. But at the end of the day, it's like I like to connect with people. Again, I just like to connect with people. I just like I know people have problems, whether you admit it or not. And I know people who walk out in the street that act like they're perfect. They're not perfect. I know they're not. So it's like it's really easier said than done. But I feel like if you just like for example, my metaphor of trying something new, even when applying to Clean Circle, was like when you're at a swimming pool, right? You dip your toe in and you see how cold it is, right? Now
Yeah.
you have the next option of just do you just plunge in, just be like get used to the temperature of the water of the pool, or do you just continue to keep tipping your toe in until no, you're just gonna plunge in? So that's what it is. Just like sometimes you just gotta take that leap of faith. Just plunge in and see if it can help you. Like you said, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of different people. We have a lot of different coaches that can help and stuff like that. So if I'm not the best, I feel like I will help you connect to other people. Again, I literally pick a whole major that serve and help people, and that's what I love to do. I just love helping people, and I just love like connecting and just giving you the best resources. If I'm not the best resource, I'm gonna find the best resource for you, and we're
Sure.
gonna get this together. The journey is not alone. Together, alone, you can go so far, but together, you can go a lot further.
No,
That's my hope.
that's a brilliant answer. And yeah, like so anybody watching this, like ML said, we have tons of coaches. So like I keep telling people, we're gonna find somebody for you. So just wanna thank you for jumping on the podcast, ML. We're really excited to have you. Can see you doing big things. So again, if you guys connected with ML, maybe it was over, could be over the age, could be over his knowledge, could be over the anime, could be over anything, right? Feel free to find them on the app, and we'll see you guys this next week on the 7th. Have a good weekend, guys.
You guys, thank you.